I like all the liquors, so I wanted to buy it or whatever.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Right? Judges ready? They're ready.
We're ready for you.
Yeah. I do not envy you. That is the one job I wouldn't want to have today.
They have the best job here.
Judging?
Besides art.
No, this is the best job up here. We get to introduce them and make fun of people. But then they actually have to find us a winner.
Okay, fair. And then we have people's choice.
And we got people's choice. So everyone, it's a good time to follow at Flor de Caña USA on Instagram so you can vote for your favorite bartender today, okay? We got a wonderful DJ with us tonight. She's gonna make us dance and have a good time during the event and post the event. In a little taste.
Miss Giselle Peppers. Thank you for keeping the vibes up.
She's amazing. All right, everyone in place? Contestants ready to go? Michael, we good?
Yeah, let's go. Let's roll.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the World Sustainable Champion presented by Flor de Caña. Can I have a big round of applause for everyone in the back getting ready to take on this competition? I think it's my beautiful co-host. How are you doing, Corey?
I'm doing so well.
Tell us a little bit about you. I feel like I met you at one of these events not too long ago.
Yes, okay, so my name is Cordia Roberts. I'm co-host tonight. I am new to the Flor de Caña brand. I was lucky to be brought in last year to one of their events. And I'll tell you what hooked me. I had one of their coffee rum drinks, and I'm a big espresso martini girl. This coffee drink had vanilla, orange, all kinds of beautiful flavors, and I was like, this is my brand.
There we go. Now that's
Photographer and a creative producer, and tonight I'm one of your hosts.
well, thank you so much. Big round of applause for Corey. I'm Luis Baez. I'm the global ambassador for Flor de Caña, and it's a pleasure to be in LA. Every time I get to come here and do this competition, it gets even better. And how about the venue tonight, huh? This place looks amazing. When you talk about feeling like a grown-up, I feel like big time up here with this. So I know the contestants are going to have a good time, and hopefully you guys do too. I want to give you a little bit of a background of how this competition got started. And I think everyone in this room has some connection to the industry or to the contestants, and they understand that sustainability is a big deal to them back there. That's why they created this wonderful drinks. But sustainability is also one of the key pillars for Flor de Caña. One of the things that really drives us is being able to run a competition like this. And the reason it came to be, if you're curious, are you curious about how we started?
Absolutely.
So Flor de Caña is the most sustainable rum brand in the world. We plant 50,000 trees every year. We distill with 100% renewable energy. We have a company hospital and a company school. We believe in sustainability at all levels. Okay, and we decided, okay, how can we get the industry to do the same? How can we get the industry to join us on this journey of sustainability? And we created the Sustainable Cocktail Challenge, now World Sustainable Champion, for the bartenders to showcase their creativity and their love for sustainability through cocktails. And that's what we're going to see tonight. We crowned 2 champions here in LA. The winner today gets to go to Nicaragua in February and participate in the global event where 32 countries participate, and hopefully, if they are the winner, they take $10,000 home. So that's not half bad. Yeah.
I will be there. We'll be in Nicaragua. If anyone else wants to come.
There you go. Will you do my total tomato? Amazing. All right. So, other than the actual cocktails that you guys are going to be tasting today, and the hard job that these gentlemen have over here, you can also vote through the People's Choice Award. How do they do that?
If you follow Flor de Caña USA on Instagram, there's a poll there.
Yeah,
We would love for you to participate and pick your favorite because you get to try all the cocktails.
exactly. And if you're looking at home, oh, we forgot to say like the Brian Buffett, they have the millions watching around the world. No, we'll do it later. Okay, Judges, I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Brian Vito. Do you want to say a little bit about who you are, Brian?
What's going on, guys? Brian Vito Morales, representing Tales of Cocktail Apprentice Program. Very excited to be here. Very excited to be judging these fine folks. Excited to be next to y'all, next to these fine judges right here. I am based in Los Angeles, born and raised. This is home. Very special to me. Very happy to be here. Cheers to y'all.
Thank you, Brian. Next we have Danny Roden. How you doing, Danny?
Hi guys, how are you? This is a really beautiful venue. Very happy to be here. I'm here from Oakland. I am the founder of DC Spirits, and I also am one of the partners at Shaker and Spoon, which is a cocktail subscription service nationwide. And this is coming up on year 10. And we love working with bartenders all over the world. So if you like coming up with really crazy ideas and want, 150,000 people out there in the world to taste them, then we should talk.
There you go. That's a great opportunity. And last but not least, Mr. Chava Perivan. How you doing?
Hey there everybody, I'm here from Mexico City and I've dedicated my life to researching craft spirits. So talking about sustainability, I spent 7 years developing flamethrowers to distill mezcal and agave spirits, and I've worked in very many areas, like really technical areas of fermentation, distillation, agricultural practices in the spirits of Mexico. So I'm really happy to be here. Thanks.
Thank you so much. I think we're ready.
Okay, we're ready.
Let's go. Let's call these guys out here. How about we get Mr. Michael or Mikey Ng to come up here.
So we're beginning the 3rd annual Flor de Caña Sustainable Cocktail.
Yeah, Sustainable Cocktail Challenge. You can use it to while I Here's Mikey. So the way this works, guys, each contestant gets 3 minutes to set up. So, Tori, if you would like to start that timer in now, yes, 3 minutes to set up. And then you're gonna have 7 minutes to create 3 cocktails for our judges. All right, so 3 minutes to set up, 7 minutes to build, and give these gentlemen their cocktails, and then we get to see what they come up with. And while he's building them, our staff is also going to walk around the room and give you all a little taste of what Michael is going to make. What's it called, Michael?
It's Nicaraguan chocolate milk revisited or remixed. So it's actually a cocktail that harkens back to the time in my childhood days.
There you
with
go.
my best friends. So.
Amazing. Well, we'll let you set up.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have 2 more of these. We also have a wonderful guest speaker tonight. You want to tell them a little bit about who she is?
Absolutely, I would love to. Joanne Black will be joining us on stage to talk about her sustainable high fashion boutique PR agency called Airade PR. We're so lucky to have her.
Yeah. That's gonna be
She's a
great.
powerhouse.
I think is that you're wearing something from her? Is that right?
Yes, I was going to reveal this, but
I'm sorry.
You know how men are.
Just gonna take a seat.
I'm wearing Airade PR's, one of their designers. It's Poan London, but Joanne and I will talk about it.
Yeah. At length. During that conversation, I'm gonna be very, very, very quiet because if there's one thing I know nothing of, it's fashion.
I was just kidding. We like men, whatever.
No, it's okay. You don't hit me with it. I can take it. 44 years. I've been married 13, so trust me. It's I'm used to it. We're almost ready to go. All right. Now, judges, what are you guys looking for in this competition? Tell me, other than what you have in front of you, and I think it's a good time to tell them what you will be judging on. So just so everybody knows, they are going to be judging on very specific things. Cocktail creativity, that's going to be 30 points. Taste and appearance is going to be another 30 points, or up to 30 points. The sustainability component is 20. Replicability and scalability is another 10 points, and the story behind the cocktail. So what excites you about competitions like these, guys? Any of you?
I mean, I'm the foreigner, so I get the first word.
Perfect.
Well, I think it is extremely interesting to see how something that is that you've seen 1,000 times, you drank 1,000 times, like Rota Caña or rum or tequila or mezcal or whatever you're judging, how it gets to be transformed and how it can morph in ways that you've never experienced. So it's almost like seeing a ghost for me.
Yeah.
You know, it's like almost living in UFOs and stuff that you don't know that can be there, but they are.
Yeah.
So for me, that's like the really exciting thing.
I thought I saw a UFO yesterday, but it was a SpaceX launch actually, but it would have been a better story if it wasn't. All right, the 3 minutes are up. Are you ready to go, Michael?
Yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's go.
All right, so you have 7 minutes. We're just going to restart that clock, and your time starts now.
Okay, so I was real inspired by the sustainability theme of this cocktail. I wanted to go back to the roots of the ingredients. So instead of just buying chocolate cocoa powder from the store, obviously this is all fair trade ingredients, I work with fresh cocoa beans and I had to hand roast them. So this is a play on the Nicaraguan chocolate milk. I wanted to pay homage to the culture of Nicaragua. And there's no official cocktail, but I saw Nicaraguan chocolate milk, and it's very similar to, or pretty much the same. People will probably fight you to the death if you say it's like horchata, which they probably won't be happy about. But the only really difference I saw was that you add freshly roasted cocoa beans. So when I first had it, I thought it was rancid because cocoa beans don't have that rich cocoa smell. So I had to hand roast them and hand crack them. And I wanted to have the judges experience what I experienced. These are just little vessels, and I want you to pop this open, and you could experience it for what firsthand I experienced. So these are all little roasted, no problem. So I used fresh vanilla bean, cinnamon, cloves, and I just wanted everybody to just, it's not all about the tasting ingredients, it's all about the smell. And you really get an idea and appreciation for it. So I like to smell, touch, and feel as I make cocktails and create the experience for people. Because after all, this is an experience, right? So these are all fair trade ingredients, sustainably resourced, and it was just fun roasting them. So that was a really new experience of itself. And then going back to the sustainability idea is I wanted to recycle everything. So I made, and also offset the carbon emissions. So instead of milk, I created, or I made oat milk from scratch. So that was interesting. And it has a lower carbon footprint than cow milk. And then also from the pulp, I recycled it back into the cookie. Because the cookie is not only dark chocolate, white chocolate cookie mix, but it's also oatmeal. And I love oatmeal cookies, except the raisins. I think I messed that up. So I love chocolate chips. So that's my little change, right? Yeah, there you go. I know you. Good. All right, so that's how we did it. But yeah, and also I wanted to make it sustainable. So what's more sustainable than enjoying your cup and eating everything so that there's nothing left, right? So I wanted to, I set out to do a delicious cookie cup. But it's just the love that you have for your mom and stuff. So what you do, and yeah, so this has a lot of special meaning. So I hope that when I make this cocktail and you guys try it out in the audience, you'll get to feel some of the love that my mom gave me and my best friend's mom gave me when she used to make this, when we used to play outside. It sparks memories. And I think that's what Flora de Caña is all about in these cocktails.
2 minutes left, 2 minutes.
So, but yeah, so I'm gonna make the cocktail right now.
Amazing. Does your oat milk have seed oils?
No seed oils. It's made just from oats and milk, and then you just, I just soaked it, blended it, and then I put it through a muslin filter, and then that's it.
There we
It's
go.
just water, no milk.
Someone get this man an air wand.
Yeah. All right, so it's just, I made it very simple. Oops. I made it very simple. It's just the mixture of the Nicaraguan chocolate milk, and I added a little fusion nature to it. I had to add some of my heritage. I made it with ginger, cloves, and vanilla. And I think you'll like it, and banana too, just for that
1 minute left.
The marble cookie is an incredible touch.
Oh, by the way, I have one for you backstage.
A marble cookie?
One of those, yeah, he gave it to
Yeah.
me, but I didn't bring it out. I'm sorry. If I brought it out, then
So thoughtful.
yes,
Someone cares about me.
it does look delicious. I like cookies in general, so.
So I'm gonna we're gonna add 3 ounces of this Nicaraguan chocolate milk, and then 1.5 ounces of the Florida Cognac, 12-year rum.
We are so excited.
Yeah.
I'm just staring at him.
Everyone in the crowd already have their tasters? Yeah, all right.
So I'm gonna put this around the plate because I want you to smell and taste the experience of this cocktail with the extract. Oops.
It's really beautiful.
Thank you.
Now, Michael, time is up, but you continue to make your cocktail. It's not a problem. Just wanted to let you know the 7 minutes are up.
Okay.
How about a big clap for the shake? Come on. There we go. What was that you put around the cups? 'Cause I
So
can't
it's the
remember.
essence I made an extract from the Florida Cognac rum
Okay.
and all the fresh ingredients that I had. So it's cloves, vanilla bean,
Amazing.
and I want you to smell it and
Smells incredible.
experience it as I did.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, what does the audience think so far? What do you guys think of the chocolate dip? I don't know. I have mine right here, Corey.
I keep looking at him like, is it
I was gonna wait till he was done making it, but I don't want it to get.
Are you gonna cheers yourself? That's weird.
No, I'm waiting for you to.
So to make it more sustainable, I have these straws made out of reed. Sustainable. I think you like it.
Whoa. With celery?
No, they're actually made out of like reed. So they're compostable and you can throw them away. You can eat them, but I can't say they're going to be very delicious.
Can you
They're
wash
going to
them?
be more like dill. So you can reuse them if you want. So right now I also have candied ginger. So it's another sustainable idea, is that the ginger that I used to make the syrup, I reuse it and turn it into candied ginger. So everything is reused, and I think it goes along with the theme perfectly.
You're an upcycler.
Yeah, I'm trying. And then I have chocolate with edible glitter pressed into the palm ferns.
What is that, fondant?
No, it's chocolate.
Oh,
Yeah, it's dark chocolate.
sorry, I watched too much Cake Boss.
Yeah. And then this is actually chocolate bellflowers. So they taste like chocolate when you bite into them.
Wow.
So,
Can you remind us what your cocktail was called, please?
okay, the Nicaraguan chocolate milk remix.
Amazing.
So we have this, and then we have some of the banana that I also repurposed. So this is fried banana with cinnamon sugar. So when you do this, when you eat this, I want you to think of it as like choose your own adventure. Think of how you want to eat it. It's up to you. Enjoy it. So, and then last but not least, we might as well have more chocolate, right? Make it as decadent as possible. So we have white chocolate and dark chocolate.
You will have no complaints from me
Yeah.
if you're just adding more chocolate.
I'm just adding more chocolate. Might as well go all out. So what I like to do and how I like to eat it is, I like to take a bite of chocolate, you maybe eat in layers, you could drink a little bit of it, but you gotta finish the cookie cut. That's what it's all about, right? Okay, so we have dark and white chocolate. I want to do the combo both, so let's do here.
That looks amazing.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know
I'm gonna
about
bring
you,
this
Corey.
out.
I'm ready to try this. Yes? Will you join me in the toast?
Are we not waiting for the crowd?
No, I think they're all trying already. I see them sipping already.
Oh, they didn't even wait
All right,
for
guys,
me.
cheers.
for us.
I'm gonna bring this out right now.
All right, that's the first cocktail. Cheers, guys. That looks awesome.
See, we're taking away from the show. Wow. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's smoke.
So I'm gonna bring this one at a time. I'm gonna go left to right. There you go. No problem, my pleasure. Enjoy.
If I can start commenting a little bit,
Yes.
from the sustainability perspective, I love that he's using cacao, cinnamon, and vanilla because that can go really well with sugarcane.
Yes.
So you think about plantations in which different cultures can be complementing the others, and you can have a more healthy environment. That's definitely a great approach into the building of something that could be replicated in the millions or thousands. I think that's great as, if you think all the way to the farm. So really love that approach.
Absolutely.
I really wish the viewers at home had a smell-o-vision on this
Yes.
cup right here. This is insane.
Here you go, sir.
Agreed.
Yeah, I use the dry ice because it as it sublimates, it pushes the aromas up to the nose as you're drinking, so it's another olfactory experience as well as a visual one.
Honestly, it was incredible.
This is delicious. And
It's like everything I would ever want in a drink, if I'm being honest.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I just wanted to recreate the love that my best friend's mother showed me. And even though my mom, she admits that it was an awful cocktail or a drink actually, like I wanted to recreate the love that she had. That was really universal. I just wanted to do that and share it with all of you.
well, thank you very much. Big round of applause for Michael Ames. Judges, any questions for him? Anything specific you'd like to know?
Yeah, can we help for the next 3 hours so we can consume this whole?
Have 10 seconds to eat that cup.
I mean, I just love that it does taste like childhood. And maybe that's like a weird thing we're talking about spirits, but it does bring back a lot of, like this comfort feeling with cacao and chocolate. And I think that's lovely in order to find in a cocktail. So yeah, love it.
Thank you.
I'm going to eat this cup.
Yeah, eat the cup. I believe I have a few extra backstage, but I don't want to forget. Here's some napkins in case. No problem. Let me get you.
It was like my favorite ginger tea, but with liquor
Yeah.
Yeah, can't go wrong with the liquor.
The ginger is incredible in that cocktail.
and flowers.
Yeah. Very nice. Well, if not, any questions for him? If not,
I think my only question is, did you choose specifically a type of cacao? Like, did you choose like a Trinitario, Forastero? Like when you were choosing the cacao, did you?
The only
look for
thing that I
something
was really intent on is choosing a cacao that was from Nicaragua, and I wasn't sure about the Esbac species, but I wanted everything to be Nicaraguan centered. That's why I did a deep dive into the chocolate milk, and then it just sparked an interest. I was like, and then also again talking about memories again and creating opportunities. That's what cocktails do, and in spirits like Flor de Caña, which has a very long, lovely history, is that I reconnected with my best friend from elementary school, and even though his mom has passed along as well, but it's something that like glues us all together. And look, people from all different walks of life, they're coming together because of a spirit or a cocktail, and that's what I think I'm here to do. That's what I set out to do, is to create stories and a journey.
thank you so much. Big round of applause for contestant number 1. We're gonna clean up here. DJ, could you turn me up a little bit while we do a cleanup? Because we have a very special guest coming up.
Thank you so much, Michael.
Thank you. It was
You
a pleasure.
definitely brought us together, flavors and all.
Yes, indeed.
So are we ready for Joanne?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Yeah, give it up for Joanna, everybody.
So we are going to bring up a very special guest. Her name is Joanne Black, a sustainability warrior. I'm looking around. Thank goodness. How could I miss her? So this is Joanne Black, and she is the co-owner and co-founder of Arid PR. Of course, a high-fashion, sustainable PR company. And I'm very impressed by her. She's become a good friend of mine, and she did dress me this evening. Where would I be without you? But now I'm going to show off a little bit for her because she would never do it herself. Joanne has a degree in art from the Limerick Institute of Technology. And then she went on to study at the London College of Fashion, where she received a BA in fashion styling and production. And then when she was done with college, naturally, she started modeling. And she went on to become Miss Ireland, where she represented Ireland in the Miss World and Miss World and Miss Universe pageants.
Big round of applause, come on!
Yes. And then, okay, so then after that, so she had gained so much experience in the fashion world, so she decided to become a fashion stylist. She went on to dress numerous celebrities with all her work published in multiple fashion publications all over the world, and then started her sustainability fashion career with Petra Nemkova, a philanthropist and supermodel. And now she is a notable reference in the sustainable fashion world. Miss Joanne Black.
Thank you so much.
So happy to have you here.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me. And
Well,
thank you, Lewis.
No, it's a pleasure, and like I said before, this is one of those subjects where I know very, very, very little of, but I find it so interesting. How do you get into sustainable fashion? How does one start down that road?
Well, I grew up in a large family in Ireland, and I grew up with a very fashionable mom, and she just loved, vintage shopping. And she used to buy all these incredible, like, second-hand vintage clothing and style them in this, like, incredible way. So she really inspired me from a young age that you don't need a lot of money to look fashionable, number one. And secondly, re-wearing is one of the most sustainable things you can do. And she was wearing second-hand clothes and looking like Joan Collins walking down Calvin High Street. So she was a big inspiration.
And now you dress stars in this way.
Yes, I actually, started, the first celebrity that I dressed was Goldie Hawn, and it was at the Cannes Film Festival. And actually, I hadn't met her. It happened really fast, and we were introduced by somebody. And she said, "You want to be my stylist?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." I was in Cannes just hanging out, and
As one does, just hanging out.
Well, I just kind of graduated and hadn't a lot of experience as such, and she liked me. And then I dressed her for the Amphora Gala and for the Grigno party, which are kind of two of the big events in Cannes.
By the way, we have some pictures from other models and famous people that you've dressed. What are we looking at here?
The Yusuf Akbar dress.
Yes, this is a very, very unique piece, and I'll explain why. Obviously, this is the gorgeous supermodel Ambrosia, and she's wearing, she was the first person to wear it. It's from our showroom, and it's a sustainable designer. And she got it was at the Red Sea Festival in Saudi Arabia, and it had just literally come off the catwalk, and Alexandra's stylist saw it and she loved it and she wore it. But a few more people actually wore it as well.
And that's why it's so special, right?
Yes, and this is another celebrity. This is the same piece. And it was worn again by Alicia Keys, and she also wore it for another event in Saudi Arabia. And then this is the same dress again, and it's worn by the Japanese Vogue editor Anna Della Russo, and this was a street style. And then the final person that wore it is Fantasia, and you can see that they all look amazing in it. And the unique thing about this piece is that it fitted, as you can see, 4 different shapes. And it's really down to the expertise of the designer, because it was very stretchable. And you can see that the first person who wore it was like a size 0. And this lady here, when she wore it, was a size 6 to 8. So rewearing a piece is very on the red carpet, but this particular piece just proves that rewearing is the sustainable way to go, and I applaud all these celebrities that they didn't care that somebody else wore it. And yeah, this is a great story for our agency.
Oh, amazing. I think, from our perspective, but yeah, go ahead, please. You never stop with the applause. It's the one thing you can do at any time. It's not a problem. But I think, from the brand's perspective, it's the same idea of having that zero waste mentality and trying to find how to give things a second life or a third life or a fourth and fifth and sixth life. But also the idea that sustainability can be present in anything that we do, right? It's not just cocktails, it's not just, the environment, but also fashion.
The fashion industry is the second polluter in the world. Oil is just above it. So that's why it's very important, that we all do our little bit and think consciously when you wear something. And like this piece that I'm wearing tonight is from a designer who's from Los Angeles. And I bought it 10 years ago here in LA, and I rewear it all the time. And it's made from organic cotton. And today when I wore it with flat sandals, and tonight I wear it with heels. So it just shows you that you can rewear a piece and then also wear it during the day and the evening. And as you said, I agree with you. You can be sustainable in so many ways in your life, from your house to the car you drive, to the way you fly around the world. There's so many ways, to the skincare you wear. I mean, it's endless. I think we can all do a little bit. It's just up to the individual how they do that.
Really? Are a lot of the brands that you work with kind of like an atelier made to order?
Yes. Obviously, no sustainable brand is mass produced. I work with just small brands that are not, established, like for instance, like a Dolce & Gabbana or, Dior or something like that. They don't have huge amounts of money. So a lot of the pieces, sometimes they only have like one set of samples, and those samples then they try and even sell after they've been in a whole season. Obviously the next designer I'm going to talk about that will explain how he makes new dresses out of old dresses, which is a very sustainable way to work as a designer.
I think we have the images behind us.
Yes, wonderful. So this is the very talented Drew Barrymore, and she's wearing this dress which is by Mo Ben Shala. And actually, it's a great story how this dress was made. He was working in Italy, and he was walking through the village, as you do in Italy, this small little town, and he saw this incredible material in this restaurant. And he went, oh my God, that's amazing. I want to make a dress out of that. So this used to be a tablecloth. And Drew Barrymore wore it.
And she wasn't the only one.
Yes, this is Maggie May. She's a big climate activist, and she's also the mother of this very famous musician who you all probably know. I don't even have to say her name. But we wore it to the Grammys with her daughter.
And it looks incredible on her.
Absolutely. And that piece was really incredible because it could fit so many different sizes as well, because from the inside you can adapt it to fit different sizes.
Well, that's incredible. I don't know if you have any final thoughts before we continue with the competition that you want to share with the crowd about sustainability and what you've learned on this journey to be more sustainable.
Well, first of all, I'm really impressed by the first contender for the sustainable cocktail. I was like, wow, that's amazing. And obviously, the rum as well, Flor de Cana, is incredible, the story about it. I'm also very impressed, and it tastes amazing. I really believe, like I try, even when I drink alcohol, I try to drink sustainable alcohol, sustainable wines. What I've learned is that, you know, I didn't know anything really. I didn't even think or know what sustainable was until I realized that actually I was doing it all my life. I grew up on a farm in Ireland. I was eating kale when, you know, I was like 4 years of age, 5 years of age. And like I came to America and it was in everything and I can't stand it, I have to tell you. And I was like, oh my God, that's the thing I hate the most in the world, that everybody was forcing you to eat it. But, you know, obviously my mom's drinking this wonderful rum, drinking and eating like sustainable food, wearing sustainable clothes, buying vintage, buying secondhand, doing it in whatever way you want. And also for your children as well. You can, you know, use hand-me-downs. My daughter, I give all her hand-me-downs to my cousins in Ireland, to my nieces and nephews. And there's so many ways to do it. And I feel that you just have to find your way within that bracket, really.
Well, thank you very much. Corey, did you have anything else?
Thank you for teaching us the different ways we can be sustainable. I'm always learning from you. Incredible powerhouse.
Thank you, Corey.
Amazing. Big round of applause. Thank you so much for sharing with
and
us.
we didn't talk about her amazing
Oh, please,
outfit.
go ahead. Yes.
This stunning woman here is wearing actually a brand from our showroom, and it's by PON, which is People of All Nations. And the designer used to be the head designer for Vivienne Westwood in London for 15 years, and then he went out on his own. And he wanted to make a brand that everybody, all nationalities, all religions, everybody could come together and wear his clothing. And that's why it was called People of All Nations. And Corey tonight is doing it justice. Thank you, Corey.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, we are ready for our second contestant tonight. Can we please have a big round of applause and get Carrie out here? How you doing, Carrie? Let's go! Carrie's gonna have 3 minutes to set up. Stairs on the other side. Okay, where we go. That was a scary moment for me.
Yeah, that was a scary moment.
I really did not want you to drop that. Funny thing, Carrie is from Wolves, downtown Wolves, and I'll say they had a finalist in all 3 competitions. So I guess, I mean, you know, well, actually, we have the first winner, Nate, who's right with us too. How you doing, Nate? So, big congratulations to Wolves for always driving sustainability through the bartenders. All right. You don't look like you're gonna need the 3 minutes to set up, are you?
I don't know.
Maybe?
Let's get started.
All right, let's get started then. 3 minutes. Let me tell you a little bit about Carrie Kurisu. Did I say it correctly?
Yeah.
Amazing. She's Japanese-American bartender representing the Wolves, downtown LA. I know they got a crowd. Grew up in Santa Cruz. Amazing. And has a great appreciation for nature and all of its abundance. So that's why she's here to do a sustainable cocktail for us. I'm excited to try it. I know you guys are excited to try it. She's our second contestant. We have one more that's participating tonight. I want to try this. What's this cocktail called, Carrie?
Upcycled elixir.
Upcycled elixir.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
What is that, mascarpone?
Oh, a panna cotta.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's close.
Interesting. All these little things. How you guys doing, judges? Ready for this? How you guys doing with the cookie?
That cookie is insane. I love it.
That cup was amazing.
You
We're
guys
really going in there.
Yeah, you guys heard. You have to finish it, right? That's part of the deal with him.
We can help them.
That will help. Just a little bit. How about you guys? You ready for that next cocktail? So like I was telling you, we just had our final in February this year 32 bartenders from all around the world came to Nicaragua
Whoa.
to participate. It was incredible. It was a really, really, really fun time. Incredible talent. And I think that's what something like a competition like this really means is, you know, having a global brand like Flor de Caña be able to touch so many places, so many bars around the world. More than 400 bars participated initially around the world is pretty impressive and a lot of fun.
How long was the competition?
We had to divide it into 2 days. We had 16 contestants one day, 16 the next. Then we had our top 3, and they participated right in an island next to it.
The corn cob as well to be as zero waste as possible. So I picked corn because it is one of the most abundant crops grown in Nicaragua, the birthplace of Flor de Caña, as well as a major food staple there. So I will start pouring while I keep talking. So next I have an homemade organic fair trade peppercorn tincture. So I picked pepper because it's one of the largest spices traded between Nicaragua and the US. I definitely want to highlight the aspect of trade, and especially fair trade, since Flor de Caña only uses fair trade practices and ingredients. And I just found it amazing how fair trade, it not only benefits the farming industries and their workers, but also money can go towards schools and health clinics to support their local community. Next, I have some fresh lemon juice. So at the Wolves, we make a lot of martinis with lemon twists, and at the end of the night are left with a lot of naked lemons or skin lemons. So I decided to collect them and fresh juice them for my cocktail. And then last but not least is the cocoa nib infused Flor de Caña 12-year rum. So at our bar, Nathan McCullough, our beverage director, shout out, he makes a delicious cocktail using a cocoa nib infused bourbon. So I thought it would be neat to collect those nibs and re-infuse them into the Flor de Caña rum to give it a nice little zing. I then milk clarified the whole cocktail, and this is going to be how it turns out. I picked milk clarification because it's a sustainable method, since all of those fresh ingredients that might have gone bad within a few days are now preserved for 6 months or more. And before I shake it up, I'm going to talk about my garnish and my side garnish.
3 minutes left.
Okay. So I wanted a garnish that looked really cool, but you didn't have to just toss away after you were done. So I made a completely edible sugar spun decoration out of just a little bit of sugar and water. Kind of a learning curve, but once you get the hang of it, it's actually kind of easy and quite fun. And one of my favorite aspects of the cocktail is the side garnish. So my dad has the biggest sweet tooth, and I definitely wanted to represent that. So I made a homemade panna cotta using the milk curds of my clarification process. So I haven't seen a ton of people using the excess strained out curds, so I thought I'd give it a shot. And it sits on top of a cracker made out of the remaining pulp of my syrups, my tinctures, and my infusions. So all that excess strained out coconut, mint, corn, peppercorn, and cocoa nibs, I dehydrated that, ground it up, and made it into a cracker. So I will just shake this up real quick. Thank you. Oh, it got kind of stuck. Alright.
Okay. You're a real root to tip bartender. Use every little piece, huh?
Say that again?
A root to tip bartender.
I try, yeah. Yeah.
Impressive.
Tea. And then the glassware I actually sourced from a really cool secondhand vintage store that I found in Echo Park called Candid Home. Just cool. And then also what the panna cotta and the cracker sits on is a secondhand coaster. It's sanitized, don't worry guys, but it is a secondhand from that same secondhand store. Alrighty. Put a little bit more in there. Okay. Alright, and my sugar spun garnishes. Thanks. Go. And last one. I'm just narrating this. And real quick, I recommend that you probably take the sugar spun decoration off. You take a sip of that. You can actually put the sugar spun decoration as the panna cotta as a little holder for it, and then take a bite of the panna cotta and the cracker afterwards.
10 seconds.
Together. Done.
Done. All right. Thank you so much. Amazing. We can walk about. Yes. Amazing.
Just to clarify, we
Yes.
can't eat the vintage glass. Is that correct?
Oh, that is correct.
Okay, just checking. All right.
That is good. What is that thing that's on top of it?
So it's just out of a little sugar and water. You heat it up to almost like candy point,
Okay.
and then it makes little strings. Yeah, it took me a couple tries.
Yeah, you guys, I don't know if you're able to see it, but it looks amazing on top of that cocktail. That's incredible. What you think, Corey? That was pretty impressive.
No, it really is. I also looked into sustainability cocktails quite a bit, and a lot of sustainable bartenders will use alternative sugars instead of fruits to be more environmentally friendly.
Incredible.
So that little touch was extra sustainable.
Oh no, this was all incredible, I thought. Big round of applause for Carrie. That's I'm ready to try it. Salute. Cheers, everybody.
It's a little slippy, slidey.
That's delicious. It's got sweet.
This is my style.
Yeah? This is the,
I do want it to
what was this called? The elixir? The what?
upcycled elixir.
Upcycled
Yeah.
elixir. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
How many years have you been bartending here?
Probably about like
6 years bartending. All here in LA?
yeah. All under
Incredible.
Nathan McCullough.
Well, congratulations. This is a great drink. Congratulations to the crew from Woes that came down to support. Thank you guys very much. Judges, do you have any questions, comments?
Yeah, Carrie. It was a pepper tincture.
Yeah, peppercorn tincture.
Bring that bad boy down here.
Oh, bring it down here? Okay.
Curiosity, huh? Peppercorn tincture. I've never heard of that before either.
Oh, throw it on you? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh!
I'm happy to raise my hand as well.
You might want to shoot it now, like use it like a chase.
I'm sorry, I'm putting too much on there.
It's delicious. And it comes across so beautifully in the cocktail. Like it really brings like the spice and makes it vibrant. It's amazing. Thanks for the idea.
Hey.
Any other questions for Carrie?
Well, I really love, it's more a comment, I love that you're using coconut because I think a lot of the theories of how distillation came to the Americas was actually in the Galeon de Manila, which was the product of the commerce between the Philippines and the Americas. So I always love when there is coconut into rum because it's like such a big part of this continent.
Yeah.
And I love that they're historically and culturally really close together. So I mean, just like an extra detail that I love.
And while we're asking to taste things, can we try the cacao infused,
Oh, yeah.
sorry, the cocoa nib infused Floricania?
Yeah, I have it right
We
here.
get some little tasting cup. There you
No,
go.
laybacks are totally fine. We're good here.
Ooh,
Swigging the bottle.
I'll just do that with you. I think they're gonna be cups. You can drink
Yeah,
it
we're
out
gonna get
of
some cups out here. How'd you feel up there, Gary?
How do I feel?
How'd you feel up there?
I feel good.
Yeah, because you've been to a couple of these now.
Yeah, like
You've been on the other side. What's the difference between being up here than sitting there and being on your teammates?
Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of difference. But yeah, this is fun.
How long did it take you to come up with the concept of your cocktail?
It was kind of like an ever-evolving process. Like, I know I wanted to do the coconuts because of my dad, but like for like the mint and the coconuts, I kind of tried to see what was around the bar that was maybe like excess stuff that I could use in the cocktail. So I didn't have to like go and purchase like all new ingredients. It was stuff that had already been used, so I reused it again.
Incredible. Oh, that was a really good job. Judges, any more questions for Carrie? If not, I'm going to call our third contestant up on stage.
Thank you, Carrie.
Good to go?
Thank you, Carrie.
Incredible.
I love that you use the lemons from the bar.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
That is true sustainability, right? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 down, 1 to go. Can I please get Miss Aline Tonkuya from Fresno, California, up on stage? Big round of applause for her as well.
This is a big step.
Yeah, that's a big step. You might want to come through the front, no?
I know that.
Oh no, there we go. You guys like scaring me. I feel like, you're gonna drop all those things. How are you doing?
I'm
When did
well.
you get into town?
I got into town yesterday. Got some time to explore LA a little bit.
Yeah,
Had a good time, yeah.
amazing, amazing. Well, welcome. We're very excited to have you here at the competition. And I know the crowd is ready for that last cocktail and to know who our sustainable champion is. Plus, they can vote online, right?
They sure can on the Florida Kanye USA Instagram. I wish we could hear the crowd. Do you guys have any fun comments about the drinks? What was that? Fun. Want more? I was thinking the same thing. Can we get a heavier pour, please? I got you.
Well, we're gonna start your 3 minutes to prep. Oh, you ready to go?
No, like
Okay.
starting the timer to prep.
3 minutes to prep. Start now.
Thank you.
Those cups look beautiful.
Thank you.
Did you make those cups?
I did not, but I will tell you more about it later.
All right. We'll turn off the music. Let's wait for her to get ready. This is our last contestant at the World Sustainable Champion.
Giselle chilling on the deck. No.
So Aline is the bar manager of Modernist and has a passion for bar and the hospitality industry. And her friends would describe her as ambitious, creative, and wise beyond your ears. Your years, not years. Years. How old are you?
Yes.
Oh man, I
Nah.
hate that question. That's really hard. Because if you say wise beyond your years, then it means that you're young, but how young? Well, how long have you been bartending?
I've been bartending for 2.5 years, and I am 24.
There you go. That was gonna be my guess. I almost got it.
She's younger than I am.
No, 24 is really young. That's impressive.
24.
But a minute left to prep.
Well, we're happy you found a passion so young.
What is your go-to cocktail, Corey? Because her go-to cocktail is the daiquiri, which I want to say I share with you. Mine is also the daiquiri. Well, how about you?
I wish I prepared a sexier answer. I like a tequila soda with 3 limes.
Well, now we're gonna switch you to Flor de Caña with a little sparkling water and a twist of orange. How about that?
I still really love the Flor de Caña espresso drink.
Espresso martini.
Kind of like the, what do they call them? Carajillo. How do you
The
say it?
Carajillo, yeah.
Something like that.
Carajillos are really taking over from what I've seen. in my last trip. I was just in Houston. I was actually just in Austin doing the same competition. We did the Central U.S. This is for West U.S. and we have the East coming last in Miami a little bit later down the year. But it was he was all over the place. They loved it.
What do you like? What's your favorite?
For me, it's a daiquiri. Any sort of daiquiri, for me, I love it. Plus, in Nicaragua, we have what we call the jicarita, which is a watermelon spicy daiquiri. That is delicious.
Watermelon? Or maybe like a
Yes.
tin?
Actually, if you came to Florida Chic, you probably tried it.
Really? In the cocktail making room. I'm really not one to turn down liquors. So if anybody has anything you want to show me, please, I'm available.
Amazing. We ready to go?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Nice scoop.
And she's got a scoop. And guys, this is our last contestant tonight. Then we'll find out who the world's most sustainable cocktail bartender is. Big round of applause for Aline. Your 7 minutes are ready. Judges, we ready? Time starts now.
Awesome. Well, hello everybody. I want to say first and foremost, thank you to everyone for being here. I'm very happy and grateful for this opportunity. But other than that, thank you. But other than that, let's jump straight into it. So my sustainable cocktail is called Flor de Fresa. And the inspiration behind this cocktail is that I have a beautiful, adorable baby niece, and her favorite fruits are strawberries. And so whenever I came to this R&D process, I was like, how do I take a very commonly known fruit like a strawberry, and how do I stretch it out in as many ways as possible and make it more interesting? Because obviously you see strawberries on a menu and you're like, yeah, had it before, been there, done that. So I was like, how do I change that? So to me, sustainability means using fresh local ingredients and trying to stretch it out in as many uses as possible to create a multifaceted cocktail, right? So Fresno, if who's been to Fresno before? Yeah! So Fresno is the heart of California, or the armpit of California, as I like to call it. And there's an abundance of fresh local produce in Fresno, tons of farmland out there. And so these strawberries that I sourced are from Sunshine's Farm in southeast Fresno. And if you didn't know this, California produces 90% of the U.S.'s strawberries. And another fun fact is that 95% of Fresno's strawberries are grown by Hmong and Lao farmers. Coming from a Hmong background myself, I feel really humbled, and it warms my heart and soul to create a cocktail using the fresh produce handpicked by the loving hands of my people. So, thank you. Thank you. So, the first ingredient that I'm going to be adding into my cocktail is a strawberry acid. And this strawberry acid is made by the process of blending up strawberries with Pectinex. Now, Pectinex is an enzyme that neutralizes the pectin that is naturally found in fruits, separates the liquid from the solid, so then once you strain it, you get a beautiful, clear juice like this, in which I acid adjusted it with citric and malic acids to reach the same acidity level as lime. And I really like doing this with tons of other fruits that are available, so if you ever get the chance to do it, do it. Super easy. Just look up the video on YouTube. And then this next ingredient is going to be a lacto-fermented strawberry syrup. Now, the process of lacto-fermentation is by adding a little bit of salt to fruits or veggies of your choice. It's like a natural pickling method that you can do. So I took my strawberries, added a little bit of salt, and let them sit for 3 days. You can let them go for longer than that, but for my ideal flavor profile, I found that 3 days worked the best for this recipe. I then blended up the fermented strawberries as they get softer and they develop lactic acid, and I blended it up, added a little bit more Pectinex to clarify it, added sugar, and you get this beautiful lacto-fermented syrup. Lacto-fermentation adds a nice layer of complex umami to it, which is really fun. When you think of fermentation, you kind of think of pungent, really acidic, astringent flavors, but this is very soft and delicate and very mellow, and it really transcends the flavors of strawberries in a way that you would have never thought. So I just thought that was really fun, and it was a fun process to do anyways. But anyways, this next ingredient is a strawberry rhubarb tea. The strawberry rhubarb tea is by taking the tops of the strawberries, because how many times do we ever save the tops for anything? We usually end up throwing them away. But I steep them in a tea to further elongate the flavors of strawberries in this cocktail. So you get the expressions from the strawberry leaves and the stems.
3 minutes left.
And the tea brand that I used for this is by Taylor Harrogate. And Taylor Harrogate is a fair trade certified tea brand. And they work with the Carbon Trust to calculate their carbon footprints to reach their net zero targets, which is crazy because Flor de Caña does the same exact thing. They really value the relationships that they build with their growers and their employees, and they've also even participated in programs like tree planting to contribute back to their communities that they operate in. And now I'm adding Flor de Caña 12 year, our star of the show.
Eileen, you're a scientist.
Sorry, what?
I wanted to take notes as a comic, I remember.
Don't worry, I got notes for you later. It's okay.
No, it's very impressive.
Thank you. So for this cocktail as well, just a little fun note while I was developing this is that I really wanted to collaborate and work with other artists in the Fresno community. And developing this cocktail, I really learned how to develop those relationships with other people. So the cups that these cocktails will be served in are made by Alexandria Peterson. She owns Ren Ceramics, and she made these vessels by recycling old clay from larger projects, and she uses them for smaller projects like this for drinkware. And the colors of the colors of the cup just so happen to match the whole entire theme of the cocktail, so that's really fun. And then these linen coasters that the drinks are sitting on are made by my friend Brooke, which she actually started out as a regular of mine, and we've become really great friends. She owns Smith & Len, and she hand dyes linen goods, and so these coasters were hand dyed with strawberries as well. So I have found out how to express strawberries in 5 different ways: through an acid, a lacto-fermented syrup, a tea, the linen coasters, and the garnish, as we'll get to that,
45 seconds.
Is a strawberry gummy by taking the spent pulp from straining the strawberry acid and the lacto-fermented syrup, turning that into a gummy. And it's actually really easy to make gummies at home. All you have to do is just add some agar-agar or gelatin, and it turns into this delicious, very juicy gummy. Who needs Fruit Roll-Ups or Gushers anymore? You can save money by making your own. And yeah, this is Flor de Fresa, my sustainable cocktail. And my sustainable cocktail connects with Flor de Caña and their commitment to a more sustainable world, one sip at a time. Cheers.
Thank you so much. I want to say the aroma of this is incredible.
Thank you.
Incredible.
Thank you.
Please bring it down to the judges. And I'm going to go ahead and say that we're going to need some tasting cups because I'm guessing the judges are going to want to try these. So if we could get those ready.
Of course.
Do you guys have any questions after hearing her presentation?
I don't say the word groovy a lot, but those cups are groovy.
I say groovy all the time. I love that.
It's a good word. I think it's a, we don't use it as much as we should.
And also to be clear, we can't eat them is what you're saying? I just want to make sure we can't eat these cups.
The cups?
Yes.
You can eat the gummies, but you can
Alright,
save the
okay.
cups for anything else
No
that
problem.
you want. And might I say too, as you drink this cocktail, obviously follow it up with the gummy, but there is a honeydew yellow chartreuse ice cube in here. So over time, as you drink this cocktail, judges, the profile of the cocktail will change over time, adding layers of honeyed botanical notes along with the strawberry as well.
I'm just curious if while you were searching for the strawberries, did you try certain farms, did you try certain other options, and you were like, this is the style of strawberry that I'm really into, or I don't know, how was that process?
So whenever I was sourcing strawberries, Sunshine Farms is actually a Hmong family owned and operated farm. And so in April when I was developing this recipe, they do really well on social media, and they were, posting about their strawberries, getting ready for the Strawberry Festival and strawberry season. And I felt compelled to support a Hmong family operated farm as well. So that's why I chose Sunshine Farms.
I love that because I think that also sometimes we forget how big California is part of the agricultural, as you were saying, of the United States and how many people they feed, and the farmers are sometimes invisible, right?
Right.
So I love that you're actually, it's even beyond the fact that you're using a sustainable ingredient, you're also bringing a story that I think is really important for people to be aware of. So I
Right.
love that.
Right, and I think it's really important to connect with those farmers, the people who are actually growing the produce and handling it, and just, keeping a good friendship with them, as well as the local artists as well. I'm just really happy that there are pieces of those people in this cocktail as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
One of the things that is important to a competition like this is whether or not you can replicate this cocktail, right? And so the beauty of it, we're very spoiled in California, obviously, but one of the things that's cool about it is you're like, well, where you live, it's easy to access all these strawberries. Well, guess what, rest of America? It's very likely that you're having strawberries from California anyway. So, yeah, this is really a great idea. I haven't tasted it yet, but I'm very excited to taste it.
No, but at the same time, she's stabilizing the strawberries
Yeah,
with all of
exactly.
these processes.
Right.
So you can literally ship these things while being stabilized and probably even pre-batch this.
Right,
So
yes,
it's like,
the lacto-fermented syrup and the strawberry acid. The strawberry acid can keep for about a week, and then the lacto-fermented strawberry syrup can keep for about a month.
And you know where I'm going next.
Fresno?
We gotta taste those
Oh,
by themselves.
yes.
I got you right here.
Do we
I
have
like how
more?
our first answer was Fresno, though. That worked too.
Do we have little cups for these? Do you want to try the strawberry acid on its own? What each? Okay. Thank you. Cool.
Oh, it was very scientific when she was explaining these things.
I was just thinking I learned so many things, even just them riffing amongst themselves. It's like, whoa, stabilizing strawberry.
I didn't take notes. I'm
This
worried.
is the most
It's okay, I
harsh,
got you.
so probably start with that one first.
Really paying attention.
And then start with this, follow up with the syrup, and then the tea will kind of help mellow everything out. We make sure there's enough in here for all of you.
Well, a reminder, now that we've had all three contestants, a reminder to all of you watching here and all those watching at home that they can vote
Yes.
on
Acid syrup.
Instagram.
That's what they all must be doing on their phones right now, voting. Look at them.
Yeah.
Good
Go to Florida
audience.
Caña USA. There's a poll there. Choose your favorite bartender, your favorite cocktail from tonight, and we will be awarding a People's Choice Award at the end of the night.
Should we see if there's any more notes from the audience now that we've had all three?
Yeah, sure.
Anyone have anything insightful to share?
We shouldn't ask for who they like best because
No, more
we'll
like
find that out later.
more like a comment, a note, a compliment.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any love to spread?
This last cocktail I thought had an incredible aroma. Just incredible.
The color's also really fun.
It's like candy. I love it.
And the gummy.
Healthy. Good for you.
It's a good
Yeah.
gummy.
Healthy candy.
No, healthy candy. And that's Florida Caña, and it was for my note. Very good. Judges, any questions?
Is there a way for you to put more strawberry into this drink? I feel like it's lacking in strawberry.
I don't know. I already did it in 5 different ways, so I'm
Okay.
trying to figure out 5 more for you.
Cool.
I got
Great.
you.
Thank you.
Will I start tripping after eating that gummy?
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
All right. Thank you so much, Aline.
Yay, thank you.
Thank you so much to all of our contestants, actually. That's 3 out of 3. Just a reminder that you guys can vote for your favorite cocktail tonight. And the judges are now going to deliberate. This is the hard part.
Okay.
So now they're going to go and decide who the winner is. And we're going to take a quick break, a 15, 20-minute break, to let the judges find out who wins this thing. And you guys can start, have a couple more drinks, go to the bathroom, talk amongst yourselves, have a good time. We leave you in good hands, right?
And they should also vote.
They should also vote.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll see you in a bit.
Enjoy your break.
Yeah. like the spiciness.
That one's for sustainable
The hardest thing, like, is being a good speaker, you can learn. The hardest thing to replicate is presence, and you have that. So, even if you're not saying a lot, it's an expression, a movement, tilt of the head, something like that, which is why you're probably really good at modeling. The presence is not something you can replicate very easily. You can't teach it to anybody either. You either have it or you don't have it. You have that. So it's a good way, it's a good thing that you kind of hone on the other stuff to develop that.
That's what I really wanted to do when I was going to college, because I wanted to go see for broadcast journalism. And then I pivoted. Well, I got casted on America's Next Top Model, and my life went a different direction. So that's what I wanted to do. So this is full circle. This is what you do full time. You're hosting movies.
So I'm I work at a brand. I'm the global ambassador. So I'm traveling. I'm saying the same things I say from there, but just doing this on the stage now instead of just for a group of people like I put a sheet or whatever.
So you do any kind of event and stuff.
Yeah.
But do they have an event every month? How can you be so busy with that?
So it doesn't necessarily have to be events, but I train bartenders, I train accounts, I do what's called advocacy. Just anything that's advocacy, I go do. But I did TV and radio for 10 years, so that's where I developed that part of it.
Can you do that in Nicaragua?
I had a show like Jimmy Fallon, like the Tonight Show. I did that.
Really? With the
10 years.
guys?
Yes, the band, the monologue, the whole
No
thing.
way. That's so much fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That's so cool. What's it called?
It's called Que Bárbaro, which means damn.
In Spanish, the show? I actually hope I do come to Nicaragua. Michael said I should.
Better.
In February.
You once I got to summer, you better.
okay. Famous in Nicaragua.
I didn't know he had like a I mean, I'm doing my best also. No, but like a Spanish talk show.
Really?
Yeah, he told me the name and everything, like with guests
What was it
and
called?
it was something hard to say.
El Hermano Luis.
No, he was like a da-da-da. He was like, it means damn in Spanish.
I think you should rename your podcast. Start it out. Over?
I want to do a panel show.
Oh, that's cool.
You know what's not cool about it is the control of like how you can trust two other hosts. And it's not as simple as that. Like it's hard to find two people that I want to create this like on a continuous basis that I also can represent.
Why don't you just make it's you and you cycle in different hosts for every time?
The thing is, it's not like modeling. Like I can call any friend right now and be like, hey, can you pop in this shoe? I have a lot of beautiful friends I can take a photo. But podcasting, speaking, having an opinion, it's hard. It's even like the guests I have, I have to really think about it. It's not, people are very
Yeah,
comfortable.
because it also becomes a representation of who you're associated with.
Exactly, and that's what I mean with the host. Like I had options and I loved them and I was excited to get big songs and I was like, thought about it more and I spoke to them more. I was like, I'm not super comfortable with you representing me because of the darkness that follows you. And a lot of people are like that. So that's what I mean. I really would love to make a new age view, but the co-host is so cool for me and I haven't found those light warriors.
You know what though? It's interesting to read why people like Joanne though. Like,
I can just sit with her all day. I'm just like, but also I have a thing about like women that is so friendly. And it's like there's a formula that I look for. And she has it.
I think everybody would agree with that.
You know what I mean, love? There's like small
She checks all the boxes, like a real person,
Yeah.
somebody that's genuine, somebody that's not like egotistical, graceful, class.
Graceful is the word. Wait, when are you leaving to Europe?
Right?
Can you say you're going to Europe? Or you were saying you're laying on the beach? You meant figuratively?
Yeah, I have a beach house in New Jersey. So I live in Manhattan, but I have a beach in New Jersey. But I am going to Italy. I'm going. Yeah, but I'm not. I don't know if I'm going this summer now because I have to go. I have to go in January because one of my investors in New York in my restaurant, he has a house in Calabria and he wants to come for this like cutting of the pigs or gutting of the pigs or it's something with pigs.
Yeah. Oh, I misunderstood. I thought you were traveling.
No, you're the one that's going to Europe.
Yeah. I'm just being diligent about who I'm stuck with at this point. So every day I'm thinking about it.
Yeah?
It's politics.
What? Were you going to go to Italy with?
I can go to Italy at any time. I am there. I'm going to give you a summary really quickly. The summer circuit that already started with like Monaco and all that, but they've been going. There's like all these people in LA and different people that want to bring you
So
in,
the New York is the same.
you know, and having their
We're going to announce the winners in just a little bit, so find your way to your seats. Man, this competition was incredible, huh? We have so much talent on this stage, and the cocktails were not bad.
We have some real scientists in the building.
Yeah, absolutely. No, and it was great just during the break to be able to sit with you guys for a little bit and hear what you guys have to say about the competition. And we're very happy as Flor de Caña to be able to host you here, to be able to showcase what we like as a brand, what drives us as a brand. It's sustainability and obviously our love for hospitality, and for these wonderful people who I ask for a big round of applause, our contestants tonight. They are the true heroes tonight, right? They're the stars.
Absolutely.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do, okay? We're gonna call them up here so that they can, you know, take a bow, and then the judges are gonna tell them they're gonna rip them apart. I'm sorry, it's just that's what's gonna happen. So come on, guys. Michael, Carrie, Aline, come up here. We're going to find out very soon who the champion is and who won People's Choice Award online through the online voting on Instagram. So guys, here are your contestants. Here are your champions. Please, big round of applause. Judges, I'm sure that was not easy. But tell us, what did you think about the cocktails?
Well, first and foremost, guys, congratulations, because honestly, the time, the creativity, the effort, the thought that goes into any cocktail competition drink, it was obvious that you put everything into it. So super impressive. It was one of the things that we talked about before we even left to finish deliberation. So really amazing, and they deserve many rounds of applause just for that. So thank you, guys. A couple of times, what we're going to do basically is I'm going to speak a little bit about very briefly about the things that we loved about your drinks. And then Vito's going to talk about, because he is, of the three of us, he's the one that's behind the bar all the time and wants to talk about like execution and things that we all thought about your drink. And then Chavo's going to nerd out about the sustainability aspect, because that was a huge component of this particular competition. So the one thing that I loved the ginger in your drink, Michael. Like it was one of those things that like I am admittedly like a booze on booze cocktail person, and so I like it like extra dry. I'm not a dessert person. Your drink was great, and my favorite aspect was the bite that the ginger brought to it. And all of you had like amazing stories, and yours really did bring nostalgia to the forefront, and that is a thing that like all of you know, that if you were to go and have a cocktail that had a thing that you remember from childhood as one of the components, you'd be like, I don't know what it is about this drink, but I want like 17 of them, right? So that's something that you nailed very well. The clarification aspect of your drink, Carrie, was outstanding. We loved that. And the same thing, every single component of your drink was well thought out, and the clarification aspect was really great, and it made for like a beautiful drink, and not only presentation, but also again, as a big boozy drinker, I love that. And then last but not least, Aline, again, I was really hoping there would be more strawberry in this drink, because I don't think that you put enough of it in there, but same thing, every single aspect of this cocktail was thought out to the nth degree. Super impressive. And as we tasted the components, and you know, thankfully Vito was just like, I want to taste all the things. As we taste the components of it, each of the components, you could tell, was just driven by thought, and then putting them all together, everything was outstanding.
Alrighty, Michael. I had a ton of fun taking each part of your cocktail and really diving in and understanding the story that you brought and the beverage that was actually in that cookie cup, which was marvelous. I loved the essence of, the ginger, the clove. I'm a big clove guy. The fact that you brought out the little container that contained all the elements and I was able to smell it, I wish everybody could smell that. It was exactly what was in that drink, and I loved every aspect of it. Keep doing what you're doing. Love it. Awesome. Carrie, that pepper tincture, you bottle that shit up and sell it. The clarification, phenomenal. I absolutely loved the whole aspect of the cocktail. I mean, it was balanced. It was everything. It was great. The spice level on it was awesome. I truly enjoyed your cocktail. Shout out to Echo Park. Love that. Congratulations. I love it. Absolutely. That was great. Thank you so much. And last but not least, Aline. Groovy, baby. This vessel was phenomenal choice. We really talked about these melon, honeydew, and chartreuse ice cube that you put in there. We were very impressed by all three elements of the strawberry forms that you put in there. 5 elements of strawberry. That's insane. Yes, I do eat the tops of strawberries. I'm that weird guy that does that. But yeah, it was a balanced cocktail. I mean, we got a little bit of salinity in there, the sweetness, and then the citrus. That malic acid and citric acid strawberry was a lime juice. It was everything. It was great. It was well thought out cocktail. The ice cube was great. The fact that you stirred the cocktail and really showed your master skill of young bartender that really honed in how to stir this cocktail and properly dilute was great. Really love to see that. And I mean, the fact that, you chose a proper vessel. I mean, I noticed at every point where how you cut down the ice cube and it fit perfectly in the glass. The details were exceptional on that, and really, we took notice of that. So thank you, and congratulations to all of you.
Well, I think that I gave a lot of my opinions really early, so this is just like complimenting with that. I really love, Michael, what you're doing, where you can think about spirits as part of a bigger industry, right? So you think about Flor de Caña, but it's in a place, Nicaragua, which other products are there. So if you're planning farms, you're planning economies that are more integrated. When there's pests, when there's problems, where the economy changes, you have more ways of having a country that is protected against that, right? So if you have a strong cacao industry, a strong vanilla industry, and a strong sugarcane industry, all of that can be complemented, and that can be told in the story inside bars. I think people can really remember where does this come from, the people that are involved. So I think that was exceptional that you did that, and that you were able to encapsulate that in a drink. So congratulations for that. I'm very excited about it. Carrie, I think one of my favorite things about artisanal spirits, and in general, just the way that knowledge travels, is that a lot of it has to do with our families. And a lot of it's oral, it's emotional. It's like, yes, given we go to schools to study sustainability, and we spend years and years looking at books, but I really think most of the solutions are there. Are when you talk to your father, when you talk to your mother, when you see what your grandparents used to do. So the fact that that was the motive behind your cocktail, I think it's really, really interesting, because it makes us remember that you don't have to go to Harvard in order to have exceptional ideas of how to make a better world. So I really, really enjoyed that about your cocktail. And Aline, sometimes I'm not the biggest fan of specialization, but I think that it's amazing that you took one thing and you went until the ultimate consequences to it, right? Like, to really, really understand the product, the different ways in which you can, challenge it, which flavors can you extract from it, and it's something that's so close to everybody that is here. And I think, especially today, where kids think that sardines are born inside the cans, and they cannot imagine the sardine in the actual sea. It's so important to tell people, these ingredients that are informing this cocktail are right there. They're your neighbors, they're people that will shake your hand, that are giving you a lot of love through these products. And I think that is so important, not only in terms of, in terms of the environment, but sustainability also involves people coming together, and tolerance, and just being nice to the other people in the same country, in the same city. So I think you really tackled that in a way that I think is exceptional. So congratulations.
So much, judges. That was great, guys. I want to say I want to take you everywhere. and have you do the same thing again. You guys are incredible. All right. This is why we get judges, right? Because they're so knowledgeable, and it's also a great way for me and you, Corey, to have nothing to do with any of these results. It's all them. But we are really excited to see who wins this thing tonight. The first award that we're going to hand out, though, is the People's Choice Award. Now, people could go online, could go on Instagram, vote for their favorite cocktail or their favorite bartender. And we've closed that now.
It's closed. It's official. The people have voted.
And the winner is...
Carrie Kurusi.
Congratulations. Let's give you this right here. Fantastic. Good job, Carrie. Now, for the sustainable champion, the winner is, well, very deserving of winning this competition. And I know the judges had a tough time deliberating, and I know that the points were very, very, very close, but at the end, it was unanimous. Is that right? Am I correct with this? All right. So ladies and gentlemen, are you guys ready to find out who your sustainable champion is tonight? Yes or no? You'll find out after the break. We'll be right back. The winner of the Flor de Caña World Sustainable Championship is Aline Tonkuya. Big congratulations to Aline and to all of the contestants. You all did so well. Put your heart and soul into these cocktails. You are all champions to us. Congratulations to the three of you. You did a fantastic job. We are so happy that you are joining the Flor de Caña family now. Please, big round of applause for our champion. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Tales of the Cocktail, for being here and sanctioning this competition. Thank you, judges, and thank you, you wonderful audience. Corey, did you have a good time?
I had the best time. Thank you for having me, everyone.
We'll see you next year. Congratulations. Bye, LA.
Congratulations, everyone.
This Virginia done me up already. I'm dead for real, I might just say hi.